I think about change, and I think about the reasons that change doesn't work. And one of the things that comes to my mind immediately is the lack of humility. So when I think over my life and times when I've had to change, it's been very, very imperative that I change or I fail, right? And I look at those times and I say, what caused the change to happen? And sometimes when things get so bad, like there's no possible way that it's going to get better. And I have to come to a determination and say, I'm willing to accept that. So that's the first part. And when you accept that something is right, so I say I must change, that is right. I must also accept that something else or a series of things are wrong. So when you look at those two pieces, that is an element of humility. So the mere acceptance of the needed change is humility at work. Secondly, like when I face that giant thing, whatever it is that is destroying my life or destroying my company or destroying my organization, I have to look at that thing and say, that has 6 heads and they all breathe fire, and that's not great, right? So how do I deal with that? And one of the ways you deal with that is starting small. Like if you look at people's lives that just went off the rails, they started small. They were bad, small decisions over and over, compounded over time. And now if I look at that model and I say, well, if that's how you breed chaos, if that's how you breed disorder, then how would I create order, right? It has to be a series of good choices compounded over time. And they're not all huge. You're not just gonna go grab that, that thing by head 5 and put it in a headlock. That's not gonna work. There's a series of small good choices that have to happen every day. And if you're in a system, it becomes even more complicated, right? Because now it's not just me solving the problem. I have to persuade everyone else, 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people that they're having the same crisis.